And we should be live.
Okay, refresh my Twitch. Probably helps if I log in.
And Skylar, you're probably going to want to go off of Wi-Fi with your phone.
Did you reboot your router and your modem at home,
I did.
Rory?
I did. Every time now. Every time.
I would just put it on a smart outlet. You know, get one of the ones from like Home Depot and just that work with Hubspace, and you can actually build a schedule where you can say every
so often
certain
it just reboots itself, basically.
Yep.
That's an interesting idea. We use that hub space for some of our lights too.
Yeah, Emily and I've got 5 Hubspace lights.
Yeah.
I want to say 4 lights for sure, and the one in my office I have linked to my Google Home, which Hubspace links with. But yeah, you can in Hubspace you can actually schedule to have light switches turn on and off, or outlets turn on and off.
Mm-hmm.
So that may be something worth looking at.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, welcome to the life of insanity.
Yeah. And everyone out there, we will be going live with video here in just a few minutes. Just wrapping up some final things, and we'll go ahead and jump straight into it all.
As if they're looking for things to do while they wait for our video, they've got the new Blue Box website, the Blue Box Con sign up is live. There's
that went live today?
Yep, it went live today. You can purchase tickets. Tickets are $10 a person. There's going to be an extra sign up if you guys want to do mini painting that include the minis.
Guess what? You're going to do in a couple minutes there.
Yeah, you might want to stop your spiel now. You're going to have a lot of talking, and then you're going to have no talking for the next 3 hours. So
Hey,
be quiet while you're dead.
I'm not dead yet. I'm just very sick.
You are definitely unconscious.
Yeah, can't talk when you're unconscious either. So it's about to be dead. My bad.
Yeah.
Let's just say you're seeing the white light.
Yeah.
The only thing
you see your grandma up there, and she's beckoning to you.
Okay, well, I think we're all set. Are you guys all set? I think we're all set.
Yeah, as good as I'm gonna be.
Yeah, same here, same here. Alright, well, we will go live with cameras then.
Bring out your dad.
I just looked and Skylar was gone. I was like, Skylar, what's up with your camera? I see him now, though. I see him now.
That's fantastic.
Hey, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. I know it's kind of a different time, different day. You can thank 4 people being NFL fans and the Vikings being in the playoffs for that. Mainly 3. I'll narrow it down. Skylar likes it too, but I think the 3 of you are much more avid about it than him. And definitely more than I am.
It's one of those I can take it or leave it. Yeah, I don't want to talk about it. I watched it. I would have much rather been playing D&D after that fiasco.
Well, now you know. Now you know next time.
Yeah.
Oh, the beauty. The beauty.
Well, I'm far from beautiful. But thanks.
Well, we'll go ahead and then get started. So yeah, just to put it out there now, we'll say it again, but we will be back to our regular schedule on the 29th. And I have an announcement about that to make as well. And just to go over the streams real quick since I'm on it, just as a note that my brain is still everywhere right now. Sorry, guys. Tears of Aired is now going weekly. So you can catch them weekly from 1 to 4 every Sunday. And then every other Sunday you'll be catching Fall of Red Dawn, which will be just right after that. We'll still kick off 4:15 at that time. The cameras will go, or the mics will go live before that, so you can just hop from one to the next. But 4:15 every other Sunday starting on the 29th. for Fall of Red Dawn. Then remember, every Tuesday you have GHA at 5 o'clock, and every Wednesday you have Lord Master Arcanum, and then you can definitely join us over on Discord for Friday Night Crusades, which is done by Robert on Discord. So it's pretty awesome that way.
I guess your volume's a little low, Rory.
Is it really? I'm never low. Am I still low? Who said that?
I could really make a low joke here, by the way.
Yeah, I'll laugh if you tell me one I haven't heard.
Get
how
low,
is it sounding now?
get low, get low, get low.
Oh, I get it. It's a height thing.
Yeah. Maybe so.
Maybe. Who knows?
Yeah. It went
Rory
over
knows.
my head, so I don't know. Hey, Fraley.
Lots of things do.
You have to give it to him. No.
I don't take handouts. I take hand-me-downs.
Yeah.
It's like me. The only down I get to sit down. So.
A bit better. Let's make a little adjustment here. How's that, Amanda? Does that just turned up my mixer a little bit? So are you saying Rory can go limbo without trying? I don't go limbo. Limbo goes me.
Rory is the limbo champion.
He's the Chuck Norris of limbo.
Ouch.
Not sure what else I can do to increase my volume. I don't usually have volume problems.
Just tell Amanda to turn her microphone up. Just
I
make
would
sure you
never do
speak
that.
up. That's all
Here,
Amanda
I can turn
said.
this up. Okay. I will speak up. If anyone's ears are blown, please forgive me, and I will get quiet again.
No, you're too loud.
It's,
Oh
it's
my
not,
God.
It's not hard to do.
I'm kidding.
So we will go ahead.
I don't get a lot of social interaction anymore.
Oh man.
Or any.
I am looking forward to tonight. I've been missing this. Okay. So yeah, let's go ahead and move into player introductions. Your same stuff as always, guys. Your name, your level, exciting news regarding levels coming. I hope for most of you anyways. Name, level, race, kind of a bit about you, what you look like, to help them all get an idea of what you're currently looking like. Let's start with Rihu.
Dang, gotta set the bar high here.
Well, you are in the top left.
So I am Rihu. I am a monk. Pretty standard build, about 6 feet high. Somewhat muscular, kind of a fighter build. Outside of that, I am currently I have enough XP at least to be level 2.
I definitely have to throw in. I think you guys are getting used to it, but something I was introduced was slow heal, right? 0, 1, 2, 3, or 4 heal,
Yep.
and level ups after a long rest, and there are no such thing as short rest.
Yeah, no.
No.
Still not used to it.
You'll get there. You learn to just accept it. Raja.
Yeah.
My name is Raja. I'm a Ifrit rogue. And he's got ice blue eyes, red hair, red skin, 32 years old. He's getting up there in the ages.
Is he burning for a fight?
I'm burning for a fight that I could actually win. Nice.
I have to make one comment that 32 years old is getting up there in the ages. Don't know if I'm a fan of that.
I'm not either.
That's coming from a 16-year-old, so
Well, it's double his age, right? Plus, that's right about your guys' age, so.
May have to knock him down a few pegs.
Oh.
You're not gonna do anything but lay there.
Ow.
Zep, go ahead, introduce yourself.
I am Zephilius Tiberian Inez. I am a gnome wizard. I will also be level 2 at some point when we get to nap. I am 3.5 feet tall, and I've got this sweet like blue hair that's spiked, and I have sideburns that go into a mustache.
Heck yeah, good old chops going on.
My big characteristic about my guy.
And let's go ahead and move into Vantalord, and then go ahead and do the recap.
I'm Vantalord. I'm not dead yet. Getting there, but not dead yet. I am a dwarf paladin, 4 feet 9 inches, pretty dark skin with some fire red eyes, and I've got a monster attached to my neck. But I'm not dead yet.
You know, it's something real quick before you go into the recap. Just real quick. I know he's unconscious now, but through kind of what was Vantalord's thought process as, it's attached and these things are happening to him. Just kind of like sum that up for everyone. Kind of give the feeling of what Vantalord was before he passed out.
I was to the point where going through as people were doing everything. Please stop attacking the monster and doing damage to it. Find other ways to try to get this thing off of me. Because every time you hurt that stupid thing, it hurts me just as much. So it's not really me, it's you.
And then you passed out.
And then I passed out. So
You didn't relay that information to us, though.
Yeah,
He was kind of
know.
busy moaning and in pain.
Yeah, all he was doing was moaning and groaning. He could have said, "Ow, that hurts. Stop pulling on it." But all he did was moan and groan. Just saying.
Yeah, because it's one of those. It's like I'm trying, like,
Okay.
it's Raj's attack that did it in. That's what made me go unconscious. So I'm blaming him for me not being able to pass that information on. You guys are intelligent beings. I know you're a book reader, Zep. Come on.
I've never read that in a book.
Okay, let's go to the recap now.
Alright, so here's the recap. Obviously, we're getting a lot of grief. At the end of Session 4, we had a creature chasing through the mines. During Session 5, we found the creature had 6 legs. It moved very quickly, had a very hard exoskeleton. It tried attacking Zep. Zep cast a spell that allowed the creature to literally pass right through him onto me. The creature definitely caused quite the predicament for Vantalord. Especially since I was close enough, it was able to latch onto my neck as I tried to pull creatures off, and the team tried to pull creatures off. We learned that it actually latched on harder, causing damage as it latched on. Raja tried stabbing the creature with a rapier, hoping that it would detach out of pain, but nope, the creature passed that damage on to me. We also found that in time the creature, anytime it was damaged, did pass it on. Ryu tried to get the creature off by throwing an orb that he got from the fight in Session 4. A ghost-like figure came out that looked like the same woman from above the cauldron, almost banshee-like. At this point, I am now unconscious, letting out the occasional moan of pain every time the creature took damage. With the banshee set free, we started seeing creatures coming up out of the skeletons. It finally got to the point where everyone decided to run out of the cave as fast as possible. Ryu's carrying the boy from the altar. Raj is pulling me. And Zep is trying to clear the way with his awesome magic skills. As the team ran out, there were skeletons forming out of the bones that we saw. There were swarms of rats trying to hinder everyone. And the banshees somewhere, we don't know where. Eventually, everyone got out of the cave. We're met by Father Samuel, who looked very worried. And Zep's literally yelling, "Seal the cave permanently." The creature's still on my neck. Raja's got something moving in his backpack. No one else notices it but him. He's hoping to keep it contained. And for some reason, out of pity, I got MVP. We still don't know why that happened. I was dead 2/3 of the game.
And
4/5.
Yeah, either way. I was unconscious for most of the session.
And real quick before we hop in, like you were saying, Tom Vantalord, the website, the blueboxrpg.com website has been up now It's working amazing. Go check that out, as well as the sign up for Blue Box Con. And Tom, if you want to kind of go into that real quick, couple minutes on it.
Yes, Blue Box Con, the sign up is live. It is $10 per ticket. That gives you all access. If you want to get into a mini painting session, it's $5 a person. It includes a mini, the paintbrushes, and color wheel. I'm not sure who's leading that, but I know there's a sign up for that. I will go ahead and relink the Blue Box Con sign up. I just got to remember where the heck I put it. Unless Amanda's got it easily accessible. Oh, there it is. Huzzah.
Amanda's got everything.
Oh, Amanda's got everything because Amanda's fantastic. But check it out. There's, I think, 40 spots left for sign up. And then everyone can raid John's house.
That includes you guys too, if you're going. Obviously, Skylar will get you, but yeah, if you guys are going.
Oh, Amanda's heading up the painting this year.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
awesome. I may have to talk my wife into going while I'm doing a one shot. Who knows?
It's pretty
So-
awesome. Okay, so with that, we'll go ahead and hop right into it. Previously, like you said, Vantalord, you guys are now outside the cave. Father Samuel was out there waiting for you. He had a lantern in his hand. He was waiting, and as you were coming, and now Vantalord.
And we got a raid.
Well, thank you, everyone. That's awesome. Who raided us?
Red Robin Cass.
The restaurant, yeah.
Hey,
Red
Robins.
Robin, yum.
Thank you, guys. We're just getting started. Hang out. It's a blast of a time. So, Vantalord, you're unaware of this because you're unconscious currently, and the orphan boy that is with Rihu is also still unconscious. So the three of you pull these two out, hearing the clicking, clattering, tapping, squealing sound of these unknown creatures chasing you. After you're making it through those corridors and rooms, you are now outside. It is bright outside. You're outside. You just stepped out, and it's unsure what's going on with the creatures inside. So just to let you know that threat is still very imminent. And let me go ahead and switch over to the Tailspire. As we see, the creature is, and Skylar, no, it's not a rust monster. As we see, the creature is still attached to the neck of Vantalord. Again, the imminent threat of what's inside is unknown, and the obvious threat here, as Father Samuel looks at you all just bewildered, like, he knows the place is dangerous. He warns everyone that it's dangerous, but to see this, and after Vantalord, what you and him saw with Sarah back at the house, what's going on? What happened to him?
Do you see the creature? You see the thing on his neck?
What is that?
You've never seen that before?
I have no idea what that is.
I assume that's what's doing that to the bodies.
Okay, well, perhaps we can take some time and just figure out how to get this off him.
Don't pull on it. We know that.
Okay.
Don't know a lot more. Do you guys have any healing?
Is it that bad? I mean, I see he's not looking well. Is this the only? I mean,
Only what?
I don't know, you guys. I told you not to go in there. This is why I tell people to not go in there. And he'll start to get over top of Vantalord. He'll walk up to him and crouch. And he's looking at each of you, kind of seeing what your state is, right? Your state of mind, to see how you're reacting to all of this. If you would, the three of you, Rihu, Raja, and Zep, what is your current state of mind? If you just take a couple sentences, and are you panicked? Are you calm? Are you? How are you currently?
I would like to go over to the entrance of the mine that we came out of
Okay.
and start looking around to see if we can close it off.
I am.
Like fully close it off.
I would say exhausted and kind of rattled right now because just carried the boy all the way out, obviously in a very high adrenaline situation.
Okay. What about you, Raja?
I'm going to jump straight up as high as I can and land on my back. On the pack.
Okay.
Roll for attack.
Damn. Okay. Rihu, you see Raja. He just jumps up and then leans backwards into that and just lands right on his path. We'll deal with that in a second. Zep, go ahead and roll perception.
Oh. It's not good. Well, I rolled a natural 1. What's perception in now? In this one?
Oh,
It's in something else, isn't it? Oh no, it's got its own. Okay, so that's a 3 total.
Okay. 3 was your what'd you roll?
Natural 1.
Okay. Okay. So you're looking in it, between the blinding brightness of the sun being midday, and the darkness of this mine. It's you see of course the, kind of the entrance itself, but then you have this covering as well that's over top. So your eyes are still adjusting. You just can't quite pick it up in this moment. Father Samuel, looking at each of you, Rihu, you see his hands start to move as they hover over this creature. And his eyes suddenly widen with just fear stricken across his face. He looks up to you. What is it that's in there? And we cannot stay here. This thing is pure evil.
Man, there's just one thing that's in there.
One.
Yeah. There's some kind of lady in there too.
Are there more of these?
Yes.
Then why are we still standing here?
I told you to block the mine, and you've just been.
Do you have a way to? I don't have a way to block the mine. If you do, go for
Get
it.
some of the people, and let's just start piling rocks in front of it.
Okay. Well, I don't know if you remember, but we're like a half mile away from the place.
Okay.
So, okay. Okay. Well, and he looks over and he sees Raja on his pack, and Raja, under you, you're feeling an increased amount of movement in your pack. It looks like Raja's scratching his back on the ground as he's just back there. But Raja, you know that this thing in your pack is moving frantically. At this point, it can't get out, as far as you know. Your straps seem to be holding. You haven't heard anything tear, but it is moving.
And when we were in there, we saw him take 2 eggs, right? And we saw him throw 1 back.
Do a, because I don't exactly remember. Do a knowledge check. See if you can remember it. History.
That is a 19.
19. You do recall that. You do recall him having 2 eggs, whether he mentioned it or you saw it or something, but you do recall there being 2 and him throwing 1 to try to distract that creature. Unsure what happened to the other one though.
Well, I would assume based on what he's doing.
It might not be hard to put together.
Yeah.
So do we get out of here then? Not completely back to the village, of course, because of this thing, whatever it is. But Rihu, you have. Yeah.
Do you have somewhere we can hold up then? Or,
Like halfway.
but we need
there,
to.
just not here.
Okay, that's fine. But you need to also run back and get some villagers here so we can barricade this thing.
The mine or Vantalord? One at a time. Which one? You seem to be leading this.
Is he? No, I don't know. Is he? I mean, is he immediately in danger of dying? Can you sense that?
I'm not sure, but it looks like he is not doing well. He's unconscious and his breathing seems to be very low.
Yeah, if those guys hadn't been pulling on it the whole time, it might be okay. Let's concentrate on him for right now.
Okay.
Yes.
Raja, can you grab him or Rihu? But you got the boy, so either way,
Yep.
can we? You
Yeah,
guys, go ahead.
Before I do that, I'm gonna take off my bag and start beating it against the rock like 4 times, and then I'll put it back on.
Okay. You take it off and you hit it against the wall. Unsure why the movement has subsided. Whatever you conclude from that, but it has subsided.
Oh.
Okay, then I'll grab him.
Okay. And you guys, is that everyone's focus
we-
to just move, or yeah?
Do
what
we
do you want to do?
do we all see him beat his back against
Oh,
the
yeah.
rock 4
Oh
times?
yeah, it's very obvious.
very
He hopped
visible.
up, dropped down. Yeah.
Okay.
Something is up with his pack. Maybe he's got ants in it, or
I think we all have our
Roger.
suspicions at
yeah,
this point.
yeah.
Roger, is something crawling on you? Are you something going up your back?
No, I don't think
There's
so.
another one. Did you put
I
the
think
other
it's
egg
just your
back?
guy. I think it's your imagination.
Oh yeah, all this stuff is our imagination. Let's go.
Okay, we have no time to waste. We must get Vantalord out of here.
Okay, so you guys.
And the boy. Let's not forget the boy. Somebody grab the boy. Here, I'll start dragging the
I have-
boy.
I have-
You just
the
got
boy. I have the boy. Raja has to get Vantalord.
Yeah.
I mean, I can try to carry. I'll grab like his foot. I'll help.
And so you guys start to head away, and you make it a distance from the mine. Perhaps.
We're stuck in trees.
Some time goes by, about 10 minutes or so. You do make it a distance from the mine, about halfway. Father Samuel's indicated you're about halfway away. To this point, go ahead. Everyone can roll a perception check.
14.
Eight.
16.
Oh, and Vantalord's out. Sorry. I didn't mean to do that. So, you get to this point, and as of right now, you haven't seen any creatures following you.
Yeah.
It's been kind of quiet on that end, but the one on Vantalord's neck is still very much real. And so Father Samuel takes a step over to Vantalord to reassess him. And he'll again move his hands, and he starts to cast another spell. And he is going to cast Cure Moderate Wounds. And Vantalord. Wish I could roll like that all the time. You get 13 HP. you're still physically extremely exhausted, disorientated, maybe just fluttering back. You can decide how you want to roleplay that, but you do get 13 HP back.
Oh.
And as Vantalord's his breathing starts to stabilize, this, and, it starts to become bigger breaths, almost audibly because of the amount of stress that his body's been under. You start to hear a rustling coming from the trees, but not from the mine side, almost from the village side.
I'm feeling around. This thing's still. Oh, I don't even want to know. This
Fine,
thing's
we'll get
still
you a
on
scarf.
me. Get me a scarf. Someone takes up knitting, I assume.
Did this creature? What time of day is it?
Midday.
Okay. And did this creature react at all when it came out in like the daylight?
It doesn't seem like it.
Okay.
At this point, it seems to just be holding very still.
Okay.
Maybe if I hold still, this thing won't cause any more damage.
Do you
But
want us to pull on it again?
No, I feel like I've been hit by a mule.
Did us trying to take it off help?
I don't know how
And again, as you guys are discussing this, in Vantalord in your weak state, everyone does hear the rustling coming again. But again, the opposite direction of the mines.
Okay, I'm gonna set the boy down just because obviously first instinct at this point after the day we've had is to get ready for a fight.
Okay.
Is it coming from the direction? Is like the rustling would be? Is it in the direction towards where the rest of the village would be?
Yes.
So, I guess I would. Who's there? Come out!
What about you, Raja?
I'll let go of Vantalord now that I know that he's awake. And I will take out my rapier
Okay.
and just get ready.
All
If
right.
nothing else, I'm at least gonna sit up and grab my crossbow. I may have something attached to me, but I can still at least somewhat see. Obviously, still very groggy. Make it look like I could do something.
Absolutely. You kind of, with it still attached, you get this. You pull yourself back against a rock, and you're heavily just leaning your back against that rock as you're sitting there. Even if someone took a second to look at you, they'd see that you don't have the strength, but the weapons in your arms, it looks like you're presenting a threat to them. And as you do, you start to hear this rustling come again, and you call out, "Who's there?" And you actually hear a response back.
And there he goes, breaking everything.
I like doing that. I'll fix the cameras while you guys talk, but you hear this.
Okay.
You hear this response back, coming from the trees as you guys are calling out, "Who's there? Who's there?" Calling out.
Well, good friends. It seems you're in a bit of trouble. You see a flash of purple, obnoxiously bright through the foliage.
I think trouble's an understatement. Obviously, I've got this awesome necklace on.
I said we're gonna get you a scarf. Shh.
Eh.
Save your energy.
We are in peril indeed.
Do you
You
know
see-
anything about this? This thing attached to him? Or the mine? Anything? I don't even know. Hi, who are you?
All right, you see emerging from the foliage a man whose telltale points of his ears is a half-elf, and he is clad in some of the brightest garments you have ever seen, neatly coiffed pale blonde hair pulled back, gray eyes piercing, and he has a pair of rapiers that sit at his hips, and he has a cloak also of purple cast off one shoulder. He jauntily steps forward. No, it seems a rather unfortunate pet there. What have you found?
Not a clue.
Just don't hurt it, please.
give it a
Please
yank.
don't hurt it.
I shall
Just give
neither
it a
hurt
yank.
it nor get close to it. Where did you encounter such a creature?
Those mines. In the mines.
And you were there, why?
Looking for the orphan boy, trying to figure out why the mines got closed in the first place, so that way people in Ogburg hopefully revitalize what's going on, because it's been affecting quite an area.
Ogburg definitely needs revitalization. What a drab place that is. So few performances of any worth there to be found. I'm not sure you're going to find anything worthwhile inside a mine, though. So, have you got anything to drink?
Vantalord, as you start to, as he mentions a drink and you feel your throat is so dry, you start to get queasy. I need everyone except for John to roll a fortitude save.
All right.
Oh my goodness. 7.
Okay.
6.
17.
22.
Okay. Sounds good. Go ahead and continue.
Have you got anything to drink? It's dreadfully parched.
Like water? Ale?
Oh, there is some wit among you. No,
One
sir.
of my enemies.
Well, that kind, are you? Perhaps a bit of wine, or a good scotch or brandy, some Theriandish brandy, if you have it. The Keelan wine was also quite nice, or perhaps some amber ale. Any of those will do. Something preferably with a bit of sass to it.
Oh, sadly, I got nothing right now.
You notice as he's talking, his eyes keep cutting over to Raja. And eventually he just gives up, even trying to pretend like he's not staring. What?
Do you
Go ahead.
Do you know him?
Him? Is it a him?
Yeah. You're staring.
It looks like an escaped campfire.
Surprisingly, he's not the pyro in the group.
Accurate representation.
How does he walk amidst the forest and not set everything aflame?
I think it's just like the way he looks. I don't think he's actually on fire. I'm gonna walk over and touch him. See, look. Ow! Oh,
Does
Get it.
anything happen when he touches you, Raja?
What's that?
Does anything happen? Does he?
No, nothing happens. But I'll just be quite silent, and I'll take off my bag again, hit it against the rocks that are behind us
Okay.
a few more times, and then open it up, and hopefully it's dead, and take it out.
All right. So you hit it again. Go ahead and roll percentile dice. And while Raja takes his pack off
onto
again,
him.
and he slams it again against the rock, Vantalord. Reduce your con by 1. You feel the creature. Now that you kind of back to your senses again, the feeling is very sensational, as it's not like a sharp pain like you felt when it was stabbed or when it was burned. Those were almost like you were being stabbed and burned. This sensation is almost like a a warmth and a unity and then a loss.
I'm not gonna say I'm thinking because it deals with yesterday.
Oh, and so yeah, and but it does. I mean, you feel this loss to yourself, this physical weakness come over you.
Guys, we gotta get this thing off me. I feel like I've done a long workout and it's just getting weaker.
Have you tried burning it off? Seems like this fellow here might be adept.
That did not work.
It did not react to the fire. We tried that.
Mm-hmm. Fire, stabbing, pulling.
Hmm.
Every time this thing takes damage, I get hurt.
I could try electricity.
I'm game for it.
It's on you, Vantalord. I'll try.
Do you
You
think,
know,
I'll try.
and Father Samuel speaks up. Do you know, sometimes, as much as I hate to say it, we accept what it is that has come, and perhaps it's best not trying to get it off, but to just let him be in peace. And
Wait, who said that?
Father Samuel.
Oh, yes. Good father, your ministration seems somewhat lacking. Have you thought of perhaps offering your own neck as a substitute?
No.
Would you feel so good about leaving it in peace where it's sucking from your own throat?
Well, what I meant is
I like
instead
this
of
guy.
arguing about how to get it off, if we cannot get it off, perhaps we just let Vantalord transition peacefully. And he'll pull out a vial of liquid and start to say some prayers. If you have a way of getting this thing off, then let us find it. But
That's what we were discussing.
It
And now
does
you're
not seem
talking about
like
giving
it.
him his last rites.
what?
Zeb, do the electricity thing. I don't want Father Samuel killing me.
Just wait. Let me at least call out to Paylor and place a blessing on him. Perhaps Paylor can guide your lightning and get this thing off him. Is that okay with each of you? If I put a blessing on him,
Do the blessing and walk away.
I will. You act like I did not warn you. And he'll pull out this vial, uncork it, and you'll see he dips his fingers into it and corks it again. And he doesn't cork it. He dips his fingers in. He's holding the vial as he takes this liquid and rubs it on Vantalord's forehead. And then he dips his fingers again and he sprinkles it onto Vantalord's face and neck.
As he's doing this, I'm gonna start praying to Apsu, my deity as well.
Okay. You start praying out, calling out to yours, and he is uttering some prayers of peace and transcendence for you. And he starts to sprinkle this liquid onto you, and suddenly you feel the creature tighten, start to become sporadic in its motions. And then suddenly, Vantalord, you feel this. For just a moment, you feel the legs loosen.
How many legs?
All
All of them? I'm gonna reach up and I'm gonna try to yank this thing off and surprise it.
Okay. Roll a strength check, and then roll a d4, d6.
So did we notice it loosening at all?
No.
Because I'd be going to do what I said I was going to do. I'm going for shock and grasp.
Yep. You're charging that up. You're waiting for this prayer to end.
Yeah.
So what you see is you see the sprinkling. You see the creature shudder.
Okay.
You just
So
don't
there's a
see it.
visual component for us too.
Yep.
Alright. So I rolled a nat 20 on the strength check, but I have a -3 modifier, so I rolled a 17, and on the d6 I rolled a 4.
Okay. You in this moment of sheer panic and excitement kind of blended together. You reach up, you grab it, and you throw it. And you threw a 4? You rolled a 4?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So it lands right there. It is still very much alive, but it is now off you. And it is right next to you, Zep. It's right next to Rihu.
God.
And, you know, John, I never had you introduce your character. You said it's what he looks like, but what's your name? And
Well, so he has not introduced his name yet, but his full name is Anaximander. His friends call him Nax, ergo you may call him Anaximander. I've already described what he looks like, so I think you have kind of the gist of that. And he is watching this wretched creature flop around on the ground as blood spurts out of Vantalord's neck, and he just takes a fastidious step back and makes sure that there is nothing besmirching his boots.
there we go. What do you all do?
I-
I'm gonna. So it's like at my feet then, right?
Yep.
I'm gonna reach down and cast Shocking Grasp on it.
Okay. And that's a touch attack?
Yeah.
Okay, so go ahead and roll to hit.
I got a 63 on that percentile roll. That you hit me, dude.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
That is a 14.
Okay, that hits.
Okay. So, touch 3.6 electrical damage.
Here.
That is 5 electrical damage.
Five. Okay. You get a solid grip on its back. In the mine, it was really hard to see exactly what it looked like. Out here in the sunlight, much easier. Its size, as you kind of figured out before. I don't have another example to give. So like a camel spider, it's like the size of your hands together. The thing is huge. As far as its actual body size, its legs, which it has 6 legs, very much mimic kind of that of a spider, and they're longer than its body. Its head, though, is almost like squished. It does have a head, but it's very short, and it looks to have this exoskeleton over its entire body. I know you previously asked, you couldn't see it in the mine. It does have a slight tail to it. And its tail was previously tucked. Now that it's out, you can see that it has a couple curved spikes at the end of it.
So as I do after I do the spell, can I also put a foot on its tail and try to hold it to the ground?
Yeah, you get a firm footing on there. You know that your hit, your shocking grasp hit. You see it again shudder under that electricity. It is still alive.
Kill it!
I want to step back about 10 feet and take my crossbow and aim right at this sucker.
No, 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 no!
Oh, come on! It'd be fun! With how much damage this thing's done to me, Zeb, let me at least get a little bit of payback when it's not attached to anyone.
It's kind of attached to me right now.
Okay, fine. I didn't know you liked it, though, for it to be attached to you.
How about the rest of you? What are you guys doing? You're muted, Ryder.
Just noticed that. Yep, yep, yep. I would like to slam this thing down while he's got it pinned down, since I'm standing right there, and just hit it with a good old unarmed strike right on the top.
Okay, go ahead. Roll a hit.
You're awfully daring over there, Rihu.
It was a 14.
Okay, 14. You just perfectly make contact with it.
Okay.
What does the one that is out of my bag, what's that look like?
1 second.
1001.
Okay. So I hit it with a 3 damage.
Okay.
That was a bad roll.
Okay, so you make contact. You do notice that although it was a good solid hit, this exoskeleton seems to really be giving it some protectance. Raja, the one that's in your pack, you slam it, and you cautiously open it, or you just fling open your pack.
What'd you say?
How do you open your pack?
Well, I think it's just one of the, like,
Yep.
one of the tops where it just folds over and it's got the straps. So I would hit it, and then I'd set it down on the ground, undo the straps, and then I'd grab the bottom and kind of dump everything out.
Okay. So you do just as you said, and you pull it and dump it out. Even when you opened up the top flap, you weren't feeling any movement. Again, whether that is dead, gone conscious, or just being still, not sure at the time. But there's no movement. As you pull, you see as everything slides out of your pack, so does that creature. It looks like from where you're standing that there's a solid crack down the back or throughout the exoskeleton, the back of the creature. Not sure right now if it's dead, but it's not moving at all. Its legs, everything is flattened to the ground.
Then, just for good measure, I'd like to stick my rapier into the crack and then shove it up towards the head.
Yeah, no problem. It's not moving, so you neatly place it into a crack and shove it through, and it has no reaction.
Rory, I'm sorry if I missed it earlier. Did you mention, is there blood coming from this creature? Does it look like normal, sort of reddish coppery color? Is it what are we seeing come from it?
Yeah, I did not, so thank you. Out of the creature, out of Raja's creature, there is some kind of black essence to it. It's not quite a slime, but it's not as viscous, right? It's not as fluid as blood. It's much more thick than that, and it very much is a black. And Raja, especially from where you're at, shoving your rapier through it, you get this awful stench that comes from it, almost like this rotting stench.
Should any of you decide to consume it, I recommend cooking it quite well done.
Yeah, I'm good.
That is a nasty thought. Oh, that is such a nasty thought.
I don't think I will be consuming much of anything after the day we've had.
Yep.
Well, I'm hungry, but anyway, let's kill this thing.
Well, that's excellent. I'm glad to hear it. It would seem your palates are more discerning than your taste and garments. I think we should burn it with fire, destroy it in some manner. It doesn't look like it should be left.
Fire?
I have no fire.
My torch is back there because someone took it from me as I look at Zep.
Surely you are not suggesting that you lack for fire in this party.
Oh, Raja, you got some good burning hands.
Not anymore.
Take it from your hair. Do you not have fire for hair?
No.
Yeah, I think it just looks like fire, actually.
Yeah.
That is the most remarkable makeup I have ever seen.
And I don't even have a torch. So
At the
We got
at
some
all the
good
mentions
foliage.
at all the mentions of fire, Zep starts taking steps backwards away from the creature, taking his foot off of it.
I'm gonna go grab some foliage. Hey, Zep, as I do this, you want to light some of these sticks on fire?
Being extremely
With what?
cautious.
I've got nothing.
Being extremely cautious after seeing you take your foot off it, I'm putting my foot right back on it.
Go ahead and make just make an attack roll. I touch it, an attack
Okay.
roll. See if you can pin it down before, because it was about to take off.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Sorry.
I don't. Well, you see,
12.
it's easy for everyone to be a critic. I understand that, but am I to understand that you have gone into mines and then wandered into the forest, and you have no means with which to procure fire?
We
We
used
did.
it in the mine, trying to light things up so we could actually see.
You would be correct, good sir.
Ah, I see.
In your studious observation of their lack of fire, you do notice that this creature that I explained suddenly, as Rihu tries to stomp on it after Zep released it, it starts to immediately charge towards you. It's originally 10 feet away from you, so it's right at your feet.
It's charging toward who? I'm sorry.
Towards you. It's a Nax, right?
Yeah, you call me Nax.
Nax. Okay, Nax.
They have to call me an Axamander, but you can call me Nax. So it's so it's charging toward me.
Yep, it's charging directly towards you.
As it's charging towards him, I'm taking my long bolt, my crossbow out, and I'm gonna fire right at that monster, and hopefully get about 5 feet in front of Nax.
So it's at Nax's feet.
Well, as it's charging, you will see Nax spring like a cat. So I'm going to leap using my acrobatics and do a front flip right over the top of this thing. As it's coming at me, I'm going to use its momentum against it. I'm not going to run from it. I'm not going to meet it at the attack. It's this high to the ground. I'm going to do a backhand spring leap right over the top of it and try to put the rest of this party between me and that.
Oh, you're gonna go over it and behind them.
Correct. That's what I mean. I don't know how far I'm going to be able to travel in one round, but yes, I'm going toward them.
Yep.
I'm going over the creature toward them, trying to put them back between me and it.
Yeah, go ahead.
Can I
roll
do a
your
bunch of
acrobatics.
cheerleader
Oh.
backflips?
What's that?
Bunch of cheerleader backflips to get back.
No, they're front flips, but yeah, that's kind of the idea. You see, as he leaps, there's a quick spring, and his form is incredibly nimble. Like he bends and stretches at angles that look awkward, and that is a 14 on the die with a plus 14 to acrobatics. That would be a 28.
Perfect. You very easily, just as you explained it, Nax, you flip over this creature, and almost just as swiftly, suddenly you are behind them.
Ah, the creature is spry. I don't think you've finished it yet, lads. About it, please.
As I said, I've got my crossbow aimed at that, and I'm firing.
Okay, you can,
I wanna-
Vantalord, you can roll at disadvantage in your current condition with your loss of strength. Although, technically, you could pull back, you could fire a weapon. It is not what you're accustomed to. These weapons should not be hard for you to pull back. This is tough.
I want to lean over. I want to lean over to Rihu too, as he was back flipping away, front flipping, whatever. And I want to just be like, well, I guess those rapiers are just for show.
I rolled a 7, by the way.
As I'm standing there, as I just witnessed all this, I have to be just struck in awe of this maneuver that was just I'm bewildered.
Your 7, Vantalord, it flies wild.
I figured as much.
I'm not getting close to this thing.
Okay. We will then, if Raja, you can choose to do something, or we're gonna go into initiative with it.
I'll just watch it.
Okay. It is going to take its 10 feet and lunge at Rihu.
That's awesome.
Man, you guys are lucky I'm your DM, I tell you. It has a right there. 10 to hit.
It does not hit.
Okay. You see it lunge up towards you with its legs spread wide. It's you're able to just move to the side as you see it land between you and Nax. Everyone can go ahead and roll for initiative.
16.
14.
16, 14.
14.
16.
And what about you, Nax?
So been a while since I've done one of these styles of initiative. So that was a 16 on the die.
Okay.
With a +5, that's 21.
There we go. As nimble and quick as you are, you're quick to spring into action as well. And you are up first.
He comes and shows us all up. Thanks, John.
I feel like he's just gonna point it out to us.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's precisely what he's going to do. So he hears the comment about the rapiers. All I'm doing is a covered withdrawal step. I'm doing a covered withdrawal step. So I take both rapiers and I sort of point toward the creature as I'm doing a careful step back. There it is, gentlemen. There it is. Upon it.
Wow! I can't even handle this. I can't even. No.
And Rihu, that Nax, is that your whole turn? You're pointing.
Oh
it
yeah,
out?
yeah. I'm not engaged. I'm stepping back. I'm prepared to parry. Clearly he does not feel this is his fight, although he is. He's here for moral support. And should anyone be struggling with where this creature is, he will be the beacon upon which the light shines to let them know where it's at.
Okay, Rihu, it is your turn.
Well, my first thought goes to the orphan boy that's laying on the ground.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
No one mentioned that to me.
I forgot about that. Yes, there's an orphan boy. I should have probably had an icon for that, a mini for that. But yes, so Nax, you would have seen Rihu initially holding a limp body over his shoulder. That at some point during this he would have set down. I would imagine, right? Or do you still have?
No,
boy?
he's set down on the ground
Okay.
next to me. Yes.
So
And this is evidently a child.
Yep,
Yes.
looks to be in the teenage.
And did Nax happen to see him drop said orphan like a sack of potatoes during the combat? or-
I set him down very gently when we
okay,
got there.
all right.
Yeah.
Probably right before you showed up.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes.
So yeah, Rihu.
So protective instinct kicks in immediately here, since this child is what I've been protecting for the last several hours, it feels like. So I'm immediately just going to reach down and try and grab the child and move away from the impending disaster that's
Can we
coming
name
at
the
me.
child Grogu?
Okay. So you lean down, and you grab this child, and you move back. How far? And which direction?
Well, we've seen it doesn't really like fire or lightning, so I'm going to try and get behind Raja.
Okay.
Go that direction and go pretty much, I would say, 20 feet.
You gonna move 20 feet?
Yep.
Okay. As you do this, you notice that your movement must have caught the eye of this creature. As it quickly does this 180 type of turn, it scurries. You hear that same, almost like a cracking of bones, this snapping sound, along with this rodent-like. I don't know the word for it, but like it's chomping at something. And it quickly does this turn, and it's going to make, as you are the creature of movement around it, it's going to make another lunge attack at you and try to grapple. That time it is and that's just its attack of opportunity. So that is a 23.
Well, yes, that hits.
Okay, so currently it is now on you. It has not bit into you, but it is on you now. Just as an opportunity attack, so it doesn't get its full action. You can still move your full distance if you want.
This is on Rihu?
This is on Rihu.
Yeah. Hmm. Well, the moment it jumps on me, I'm immediately stopping near Raja.
Okay. And you're right next to him right now.
Yep.
And all of you see this. You see this creature with the movement of Rihu scurries around and lunges and jumps, and it is now on his back side.
His back side or his backside? Like, where are you saying it's at?
His upper
Like
back.
His
okay.
upper back. Okay.
Not his lower
not his-
back.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. When you say backside, that'd be a much more uncomfortable proposition.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And so,
it's gonna lay eggs.
so
Not again.
Rihu is normally a very composed and quiet individual, but at this point in time, he is screaming. He is screaming and yelling, "Burn it with fire," as he, for the child's sake, as I am trying to get this child away from.
Now,
For the
now
child.
In honor of our guest here today,
Let's go, Rory. Yes.
there's been something that has probably been burned into me. Rihu, don't tell me what it looks like.
Huh?
Show it to me.
Let's hear the scream. Let's hear the bloodthirsty cry. Come on, my friend. This is role play.
Come on, scream! Show me your war face!
Would you have deprived us all of that moment?
He tried to.
Oh, clip that, somebody.
So you see this creature jump on him. You hear Rihu scream out like you've never heard him scream before. Zep, it is your turn.
Okay. Before I'm just gonna say it again. I don't have fire. Stop saying fire. And then I will cast Ray of Frost at it.
Okay. Roll
After
to
hitting it.
roll to hit.
So that is 18.
Okay. 18 hits.
Where did it go? That is just 2 points of damage.
So it hits square on the back of this creature as it's Rihu. You feel it squirming around, apparently trying to find a good spot to grab onto. And it's big. Its legs, it's the tip of its legs. You can feel it, touching on one side of your ribs, as well as the opposite side shoulder, as it is trying to find a spot to grab on. You feel it momentarily stop. Zep, as your ray of frost hits it and then it keeps moving again. Do you want to move, Zep, or just that action?
Well, I'm not. I mean,
You're right here.
yeah, I wanna back away like as far as I can, just away from the creature.
Okay.
Yeah, that way.
There you go. You back away, no attack of opportunity, because it is well distracted.
Plus, it already got one.
Yeah, something like that too. Raja, right in front of you, you hear this scream from Rihu. This creature's right on its back. What do you do?
I'd like to find the point where I already stabbed it and wiggled my rapier and stuff.
Are you going to try to find, are you going to take your time to find that spot, or are you just going to try to, you see what I'm saying?
An opening
Okay.
in the armor.
Okay, go ahead and roll to hit.
And then, so with that, I would like to, when I stab it, because the...
Go ahead.
Tisk.
The outside is too hard to puncture.
Yep.
So I'm trying to stab it, but also take it off of his back at the same time, if that makes sense.
Yep. Just kind of stab it and then pull it off while it's still skewered.
Yes.
Because you have a rapier, right?
Yes.
Okay.
That is a 16.
16 hits. So you're able to slip it between your rapier between Rihu and the creature. You stab through it. Go ahead, roll your damage.
My hero.
That's 3.
3 points. Okay, and it's currently on your rapier. You said you're gonna fling it. Are you trying to fling it in a particular direction?
No, I'm just trying to keep it on my rapier.
Okay. So it is currently skewered. It is moving, flailing, belly up. Nope, belly down. And as its legs are moving, it's actually wiggling down your rapier blade towards you, the hilt, towards your hand.
Can I drop it? Like, drop it on the hilt?
You trying to just drop your whole rapier?
Yeah.
Okay. You let it go. It slams down to the ground. Hilt at the chest or the belly of this creature. It is fully impaled. That takes us to Nax. Your
Stick
turn.
it in the ground. Pin it to the ground.
It's your turn, Nax.
Did I get skipped?
Did
Because I
you?
thought his initiative was 23.
Yeah. So I went first.
I'm at 13. You totally skipped me.
I kind of missed that. Yeah. There you go. Bam.
He told me, Tom, he couldn't wait to skip you tonight. He was very excited about that opportunity.
I'm sure that's everyone loves skipping me.
It's the theme of the night. It's the theme of the night.
It clearly was personal.
I as a DM, I have never done that. I have
Never.
never skipped a player ever. No.
Ever.
I think it's just from last session, skipping me for
I
an
was
hour
used
and
to it.
50,
Well,
for
yeah.
150
I mean,
minutes.
when you're just kind of in comatose for the entire game.
Yeah. So what do you want to do, Vantalord?
Okay. Again, I'm this monster should be on the ground in front of Rihu, so I'm gonna take my crossbow out again, and it's the most accurate weapon that I'm gonna have based on where these two guys are at. Yep.
And you're still leaning up against the rock, right?
I'm still leaning up against the rock, still don't have my strength back, and I'm gonna fire this thing again.
Just as a reminder, I think you know. But if you fire into a crowd, which you have 2 of your allies in front of you, there is a chance of that.
It's gonna. I say I can't use my longsword, and if I use that other dagger, I still have a chance of it. This one has the most chance of doing damage, though.
Okay.
At least the most amount of damage.
Okay,
So.
absolutely.
And
By
I
the way,
know
Rory,
that-
you got another +5. I don't know if you saw that from
Oh.
Tracy Renreb. Thank you, Tracy.
Thank you,
I think
Tracy.
it was probably a mistake. I think Tracy thought that I was the DM tonight. It was probably a mistake. But no, teasing.
Thank you, Tracy. Very much appreciated. Thank you, John.
All right, so let's roll. I'm guessing disadvantage because I've got colleagues in there. Correct? Yes,
Disadvantage
no, maybe
because
so?
of your strength hindrance,
Yeah.
not because of them.
Oh, please don't be lower than that. Please don't be lower than that. 10.
And well, it doesn't go wild like your last one, but you do nearly miss Rihu. Pretty close actually to the boy that he had been dragging or carrying away. It skimmed past Rihu, skimmed past the boy, and hit over here by the rock that's in front of Rihu.
All right.
Just getting accustomed to this weaker form is not. It's frustrating.
Well, I say it's literally just pull trigger.
Any kind of movement you want to do? Are you wanting to try to stand up or still just sit against the rock?
I think I'm gonna try standing up and getting, at least doing my 10 feet of movement. Hopefully regain my legs.
Okay. So you are able to stand up. At this moment, your legs are still weak under you, so moving this round is a bit tough.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Nax, your turn.
Okay, so if you don't mind, just the scene again for me. The one that was on Rihu's back is now off of him on the ground, or is it still on his back?
Correct. It is now.
That's the one.
Raja's rapier is through it, and it is on the ground in front of you guys.
But it's still squirming underneath his rapier, correct?
Correct.
Well then, if I must, step aside, gentlemen, and. Nax will step in. As he does so, he is careful to toss his half cloak over his shoulder with a flourish, brandishing these blades. They don't really look like they even have a nick on them, perhaps rarely used. And he will plunge both of them toward the creature. And on the first one, that is not good. That's a total of 11 to hit. And on the second attack... much better. That is a total of 19.
Well, like the blades being new and perhaps the lack of use, your first blade right into the ground, into a stone next to it. Your second blade, though, does follow up swiftly, makes a direct contact. Go ahead and roll for damage.
Okay, total of 6 points of damage.
6 points. Well, Nax, tell us what it looks like.
You did catch the micro expression of a bored yawn just before he thrust the blade in. As the cloak itself settles over his shoulder, you would realize that first strike with the left hand was merely a measuring strike, and that he wasn't really prepared to hit it just yet. He prefers to hit with the right hand, or at least he would have you think. And he plunges the second one in. As he does so, he watches the creature kind of twitch at the end of his blade. He looks up at the, is it Raja that has his blade in there as well?
Yeah.
Kind of gives him a nod, and then, oh, dreadful. This will stink for a week. Please, step back.
Creature is dead. Cut in half.
I will give you all my portions of it. I wish nothing of it. Now, about that drink.
That's
No.
on old Father Samuel there. If they have any communion wine or what, I don't know what they have.
If they've got a pub, I'll buy you a few drinks.
Fair enough. And the lad, is he all right? He points at the body on the ground.
So, lad.
Well, are you talking about the one I'm carrying?
Yeah.
The orphan.
The one
Yes.
you laid on the ground, right? Yeah, I'm sorry. Do you have, other orphans laying around, or?
Depends on how much he buys them for.
He picked him
I'm
up.
sorry.
He picked him up, and then he was carrying him away, and that's when the creature attacked him. He did
Right.
lay him down, but then he re-picked him up.
Yeah.
Oh, he picked him up again. I'm sorry, I missed
Yeah.
it. Oh, yes, I did catch that earlier. Right. So, yes, the lad.
Unsure. We need to get him to a healer immediately.
Yes, bring him over here. Give me just a second with him. As Father Samuel beckons you over, Rihu.
Yep, I'm gonna go over and lay the child down.
Okay. And then he will cast. You'll see him. He corks and puts that bottle away as he starts to say some prayers. Looks up at the sky and calls out to Paylor, and he will cast Cure Moderate Wounds on him as well. And he will get that much back. You see his eyes start to flutter and then close. His breathing, his chest starts to, you can see that his breathing has come back, but he is still unconscious. You can tell that life has been imbued back into him, but he's just unconscious. He's just exhausted.
I would like to pick up
Go ahead.
both creatures.
Okay.
Raja, why do you want to pick them back up? We just finished beating them.
Yeah,
And
but
that
maybe-
big guy almost killed me.
maybe
Leave
we
those
Might
can
be able to
learn
learn
body.
something from them.
Yes.
Are you sticking them in your pack, or are you just carrying them?
Yeah, I'm sticking them in my pack, and I'm also sticking everything else in my pack.
Okay. So you see Raja, he stuffs the first one in there and he throws his other stuff in there, and he takes the second one, which is oozing and bleeding out. And he just kind of like sticks it on top and closes the pack and just sticks it on his back. Like, yeah, I got him.
Which way's the wind blowing right now?
Whichever way is your direction.
Okay, I want to stand upwind to him when we walk back.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna say, real quick, I never want to see those infernal creatures again.
Agreed. Very much agreed.
What are you talking about? We're going back in the mine tomorrow.
Nope. You can go without me.
We have
From
a job to do.
From my understanding, we know what's in that mine now. We know
Hey.
why no one's going to that mine. Let's seal off that mine.
There is no job worth having one of those things on your back.
Well,
Exactly.
Obviously, I'm kidding. We're not going back in that mine. I wanted it sealed off.
I'll toss you in that mine if we have to go back in. Then we'll seal
Yeah.
it off.
That thing was as large as you, Zeph.
Yeah, he's talking about tossing me in there. He forgets about the pit
Almost.
so fast.
And I say that thing's not only almost as tall as they, almost as evil too.
Well, I did detect some evil back there, but I do believe it was this creature that I was detecting.
Yeah, not me.
Yeah, I don't think so. But perhaps we should head back to Duvik's Pass. It looks like all of you could use a little bit of rest. And Nax, will you be staying in the area?
Well, yes, it's going to take me several hours to clean these blades. This is utterly. Tell me again why you're here. You're seeking to bring cleanliness, the mine. I'm so confused. This place is utterly drab. What would be the purpose?
There's gold in them hills?
Oftentimes, Nax, people come here, unfortunately. A long time ago, there used to be a thriving mine. And then, unfortunate things happened. Many decades have gone by. As you see, I don't know if I mentioned this, John, but Father Samuel is a half-elf himself.
Okay.
You recognize the ears and the features. Been here many decades. I beckoned for these individuals to come in aid in attempts to perhaps stop people from going in there. Perhaps while we walk, one of you could explain the rest to him.
I would welcome that, and as we're doing so, you see he finishes wiping his blades off. You hear him mutter, "Another foe vanquished, another blade polished." I assume there were vast quantities of gold, perhaps extremely friendly young ladies, or perhaps vast tracts of land, or what was it that you were offered in exchange for this service?
You know, yeah, all that.
Yeah.
Can I count how much gold I've gathered?
Don't do it right now.
Nothing seems worth it at this point.
Yep, nothing seems worth it. I got some good things on deals in exchange for getting information onto what happened in the mines, and hopefully maybe even reopen the mines by making them safe. Father Samuel wants us to close the mines off permanently.
I see.
Apparently people keep dying in there.
Mm-hmm.
And we still went in.
Well, to your benefit, there was the boy that you rescued.
Yeah.
And we were, well, I mean, to be fair, we were going in either way. It just went faster this way.
You know, in hindsight, we weren't very smart.
Yeah, you guys all left your torches back in the room.
Shocking.
My father and grandfather would be very disappointed in me.
Oh, yes, really? Were they somewhat austere?
My father was a personal bodyguard to one of the Dwarven kings, and my grandfather was a paladin trainer and great swordsman.
Ah, so you come from nobility.
Yes. Like I said, they'd be greatly disappointed by what has happened.
It does seem a bit of fall from grace, doesn't it?
Yep. I would not be surprised if my deity even turned his back for me after this one.
Surely he is not so fickle as that.
I hope not.
Well, I will accompany you back to the town, and I have some other matters to attend to, but it seems as though, well, the 3M company is no more. Otter simply could not keep his privies in his pocket, so I have not much to do now. Perhaps I can aid you just a bit.
Well, when we get back to town, like I said, if they've got a pub, I will buy you some drinks.
We'll take any help we can get. Clearly, we need it.
You said it, not I.
Okay, so you guys make your way back to the town. Just as before, it is quiet. And John, did you have something?
No.
Oh, it looked like you were going to say something.
No, I was just admiring the patience of this party with this rather obnoxious newcomer. Although it does look like Raja is about to burn me to a crisp at any moment. So,
yeah, you guys make your way back. There is no pub. It is as dry of a place as Father Samuel would have it, and there's not really the means in a desolate town with now 149 people.
And we can't even drink the water.
when you take a moment, you notice Anaximander has grown very quiet and seems extremely displeased with the situation.
Next, I understand. As I'm looking at him, I see the change in demeanor. I understand. To say, I don't remember half of what happened to that cave because of said monster.
It seems our overly bright new companion has gone quite sullen.
Sullen? Sullen? Father Xantus. Oh, Samuel. Father Samuel.
Yeah, yes.
Is it your will that there would be no joyous libations here? Must we drink this sour water?
For the time being, yes, that is the case. Generally speaking, from my view, always. But that was not always the case. Moderation is always well and good. And Palor has nothing against a joyous time. But in a place where all that can be done is to keep people out of the mind and keep the people safe who are in the city, there is no time or means or resources for such joyous occasions.
Then perhaps drowning sorrows?
Sour water? I mean,
We could.
you could.
We saved the orphan boy. That's joyous, right?
That is joyous. That is a miracle in itself.
Yeah. So make with the wine.
I'm almost to the point.
Make with the wine.
I say we have a couple of horses. We still got a cart back, at the stable. Why don't we just ride back to Ogburg and say forget Duvik's Pass at this point?
There are a couple means. If that is such a necessity, you could go down to Wood Siege, down south. There are some individuals that I know down there, and of course there's Ogburg as well.
At this point, guys, I almost tell them, boulder up those mines. Don't let anyone in. Blast it. I don't fill it with something, and then we'll just go on with our venture.
I never want to speak of or see this place again.
Yes.
While all this is happening, I'm just gonna sit down and start counting up my loot.
Now that you're back at your
Yes.
place, right? Yeah.
Of course that I'm gonna split with the party even.
Our loot.
Yes.
Hold on. Look over.
Then, as a brief commentary before we go to break, Raja, as you are pulling out the items from your pack, all the oozy, gooey deliciousness from that top creature has seeped down at least half of your pack onto various different coins and different items in your pack. You can take the time to clean them. The stench is going to stick around for a while, though.
Oh no, I'm just gonna dump them out and separate them.
There you go. And so you begin counting. And we will go ahead and take our one and only break. John, anything you want to do before we go to break?
Well, no, I just want to say thanks, guys. I mean, this is a fun group, and Rory, I want to say I've noticed the improvement in the stream quality, the DMing, the tech. Like tonight, the sound has been good. Everything is working well. And also for you players, I get to see a little bit of the behind the scenes in terms of the planning that your dungeon master is doing. The stuff that he sends over to me, it is incredibly detailed. And so much effort going into this. You have a fantastic story that's being told, and I want to say thank you to each of you. Whenever you share, Blue Box is my baby, and when you share that channel and you entrust players and a DM outside of sort of my direct involvement, it's always a bit of a scary proposition. But I have just been utterly thrilled with what you guys are doing with Fall of Red Dawn. If it's okay with you guys, I'll hang around for a little while after the break.
Oh.
And you guys can choose from this point whether or not Nax ever makes another appearance. If you want to banish him, I will fully understand. I don't think I'd let him in my house personally.
I'll say this, John. Obviously, relatively new to the community. It's been great to be a part of, and let us take, even with the stream or other projects. So it's been fantastic.
Yeah, man, thank you, and great job on that website, dude. That rocks. And then, Rory, are we doing a giveaway tonight?
Yes, we are. We'll go ahead and is Amanda? Yeah, you're here.
I'm sorry, did you say is Manda? Come on, it's Manda.
I know. It was.
And oh, by the way, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, Rory, but also, we had a couple race night. Canadian Daryl has been in for a while. He specifically mentioned the use of Tailspire. That's actually what brought them in. I do have some Tailspire licenses. Tailspire is not sponsoring anybody yet, but we have a very good relationship with the TS group over there and their leadership, and they have given me a few licenses. So if you want to do a Trollord Games giveaway tonight, we can do that. If you want to do a Tailspire giveaway, I can give you a code for that as well.
Yeah, I was actually thinking the Tailspire one.
Okay.
Yep. So, man, if you want to put in a, I don't know what the other commands is. Does exclamation TS work or Tailspire?
She'll either one of those because they're not a sponsor, so you can do that.
Okay.
We don't have a shortcut for them.
Do Tailspire. So, Amanda, yeah, if you want to get that in and then let us know when it's ready, we'll go ahead and kick off the giveaway before the break so everyone can start entering it. So, exclamation point, Tailspire.
And would you mind if I did the question before we go to break?
Yeah, absolutely. I was going to ask you to do it.
Outstanding. All right, and so and you definitely want to stick around for the second half tonight. We've got more good stuff coming, and I think some other people that are going to be joining in based on some stuff that I've heard. So also note, if you didn't see it already, the new website, that's Tom that did all of that work. Honey B. Crafter, now Honey Chaos, she actually did the initial foundation of it 2 years ago, and then Tom took everything and ran with it, knocked that whole thing out in like a month. It's awesome. Then we have also the signups for Blue Box Con. That will be the 19th to the 21st. And that whole site is up. You can register. We'll have multiple games, multiple tables, all kinds of side games, fun stuff, liar's dice, giveaways. We'll have snacks, light snacks. We do feed you one time fully. We bring in a food truck here dedicated for the con. Everything at the food truck is free for all of our attendees. That's something we've done every year. We've got 2.5 days of convention. On the Sunday, we're actually giving you the choice to go to the Ren Fair, which you would have to pay for separately. Obviously, we don't own the Ren Fair. Or you can caravan with us. Yeah, not yet. Anyway, you can caravan with us up to a fantastic gaming store. If you're in our Discord, you saw I popped that in the Discord. The Game Keep. We're going to have probably 7, 8, 9 tables filled with gaming. We're going to live stream from there as well, which will be a blast, and we'll probably move table to table. And all of that.
That's going to be fun.
$10. like that doesn't even cover the swag when you get here. Really, it's just for us to make sure people are registered and we know who's coming. We'll have folks from Canada, folks as far west as California. We're just outside of Nashville, so we're very central in the U.S., and we do have a lot of people that come from kind of around this area. So you can register for those. And then tomorrow night we'll be on with Greyhawk Awakening. That starts sharp at 5 o'clock Central Time. And then we have a fun Lore Masters Arcanum plan for this Wednesday. We don't have a special guest this week, although we do the following week. Week from tomorrow or Wednesday, we have Sensei Suplex coming on. A very cool creator and DM in the community will be with us. But this Wednesday, we're going to be focusing on in making your combat more engaging. And actually, I've been thinking a lot about this, Rory. I'm going to make some subtle tweaks to our combat that you're going to see starting tomorrow night in Greyhawk Awakening. So that will be the topic that we have on Wednesday for Lore Masters Arcanum. So lots of stuff going on here. Blue Box, we're off to a really quick start for the new year, but I want to say thank you again to all of you and to all the mad chatters. As we go to break, and I'll be back for a few minutes after the break as well with this great crew, we do have one question for you tonight. If you're watching the stream and you have not yet followed, if you're a follower and you have not subbed, even with that free Amazon Prime sub that you have to give, or if you're a sub whose sub has expired, if you're not in our Discord when there is so much goodness within our Discord, why would you not be in our Discord? We have one question for you tonight.
What are you
doing? Blue Box will be right back after the break.
That's
mics are
fantastic.
hot.
We'll leave the mics hot during the break.
Yeah,
Jeff, good to see you.
Fantastic.
Remember, exclamation point Tailspire for anyone who
Tailspire, free license giveaway tonight, $25 value.
Yes, I started poking around at Tailspire. I'm just trying to learn it.
Oh, go get chicken wings.
You do
That'd
that.
be
Just
good
leave the
to
camera
have.
on.
Yeah, TS is it's glorious, and what you're gonna really like about it, Tom, if you haven't fiddled with it yet, go to tailstavern.com. Mm-hmm. If you've seen that already, probably, but you grab either slabs or boards. If you grab a slab, you just copy paste, Control V. If it's a board, you just click it; it auto imports into your system.
I actually saw that. I imported all of Fandolin because I'm DMing an in-person one for Tales. What is it? The one that comes with the Essentials kit. Icespire's Tales of Icefire, or what it is. Just because my first time DMing, figuring out what type of trouble I can cause or get into. So we actually meet not this Friday, next Friday again. We took a little bit of time off just because we had COVID go around and have all the ick.
No, absolutely. No, you're dead on. And Canadian Daryl. Oh, thank you for the gift sub again, Renrub. Canadian Daryl, yes, Tales Bazaar is the other one. So Tales Bazaar is directly associated with Bouncy Rock. Mentioning earlier. So Bouncy Rock, Johnny Reed, Jason, Baggers, those guys are cool. They've actually been on streams with me. We did a one-shot with them last year. Tales Tavern is actually run by, we got a raid from Art of Mike Disney.
Hey,
Mr. Mike Disney.
Go Mike Disney. He is the Art of Mike Disney, the most talented mini painter on the face of the planet. Well, I'd say he and Manda are very, very close. But no, we have such talent in this community. If you don't know Mike, Art of Mike Disney, he's got an Etsy channel. He's got a Twitch stream that runs most days of the week. So let's make sure I'll do the shout out there. I think I can do this. Art, or how do I say this? Mike, I can't remember the command here, if I can remember.
Amanda's already got you. She's on it like a fat guy to a donut.
Yes, he is. Yeah, Mike is absolutely incredible, and he's another friend to our community. Mike plays regularly. Mike is going to be on Fall of Red Dawn in just is it next week or 2 weeks? In 2 weeks, he's going to be on Fall of Red Dawn. He'll be joining us. So thank you very much, Mike, for the raid. We're on a quick break here, but back to Tailspire. I was mentioning that Tales Tavern is run by Mad Wizard. He's another member of our community here and a really good guy. So we like to support both of those as well. So tonight we do have that giveaway, but check out Mike Disney's Etsy channel. If you click that, if you go to our website as well, you'll see, yes, Mike, the raid went through. We got it, and we've been talking about you ever since then. And so if you go to our website, you can see all of our sponsors, and you can click right on the Mike Disney link as well. It'll take you to his Etsy channel, his Twitter channel, all the stuff that he does. He has also painted minis for us here on Blue Box that you see on our streams. And Mike, I have that dragon, the one that I sent you the pics of, the Dark Sun Dragon, Emperor style dragon. That is going to be coming your way shortly. I can't wait to see what you do with that paint, my friend. It is going to be wicked. Rory, I'm going to get some water, and I'll be right back.
Yep. Sounds good.
I will. I'm going to get that mailed out here in the next week or so, Mike, for sure. And thanks again for all the raiders. If you haven't followed yet, please do. We run also on Tuesday nights, Greyhawk Awakening, and then on Wednesday nights, we have Lore Masters Arcanum. And a reminder that Mike Disney will be a guest player on this very stream Sunday, 2 weeks from yesterday. So that would be the 29th, Sunday the 29th.
I'm looking forward to that. Yep.
We're very appreciative of that, Mike. And I'll be just right back in a moment.
Forgot to mute your mic, John. That was fantastic to listen to.
I do work until 5 on the 29th, just so you know.
Okay.
Don't worry, we won't kill you off. What you looking for?
Oh, Father Samuel.
Okay, let's do this quickly.
Just be a couple more minutes and we will go back live. Wow, that was fast, John.
Yes.
He's a ninja.
I'm an acrobat. Yes, if you were listening, you heard a little bit of Nax's. So hey, Phantom, thank you so much, 491. We appreciate that sub. And again, if you haven't seen it yet, you can register for Blue Box Con now. That's up. And if you haven't already, anyone in this community that is not following Art of Mike Disney, that is a real what are you doing? Mike is one of our community VIPs, and he takes that talent that he has, and he does two things. He teaches other people how to do it. I had him on for he was an excellent. He draws, he paints, he sculpts. I've got a piece here that he sculpted with something called green stuff. If you've never worked with green stuff, it is not something I would ever mess with, but he's really good with it. He can make anything. So he not only teaches people how to do it, but he also then makes his products available on his Etsy channel. So you can purchase these minis, which are absolutely stunningly professionally painted. And then, we have also in the community, we have other artists. We get lots of fan art, and we have other mini painters. Paint shop. Eddie is incredible. Manda, I've got a frost giant here from her that is incredible. Manda, though, I know she's been. Yeah, it is glorious. Yeah, you guys fought it in book 1. Yeah, but please make sure you're following Mike. Where's the music, Rory? It's dead quiet.
Yeah, it's like the squirrels inside of my head are just talking.
I have it going. Now, it has been on and off because I've been going between boards. But can you guys hear it now?
Nope. No, Amanda, they did not kill it. You're right. That frost giant yet lives.
Yes.
Oh, no, Mike, you bet, man. Are you kidding me?
Kind of like my regrets in life. They still live. No. I told you, John. I'm a professional smart
You know
aleck.
what? You may not be pumping it through your Zoom call. Never mind. So it's probably on the channel, and it's just not coming through to us because I'm listening to the Zoom. So don't listen to me.
Can they all hear it?
What were you saying?
Yeah,
Oh, they can
Amanda said
hear
she
it.
can hear it. So
Sweet.
yeah, it's just the Zoom people can't hear it.
Okay. Then
All
we're
right.
just waiting for one, but we'll go ahead and go back. Zep will be back, I'm sure, in a minute.
I would think so.
Yeah.
But
If not, he will
Yeah.
now. Or next time.
yeah, working tech support at customer service, I'm a professional smart aleck.
Listen, we can shame him into never doing this again.
Well,
We'll
here
just-
while we're waiting for him, let's do a little.
Those
bit
cameras
of,
are a little off.
It's between, yeah. Here.
Let me just show a couple of. Can I show a couple painted minis here, Rory, while
Yeah.
we're waiting?
Yeah, go
all
for it.
So this will. Let me switch cameras. Hopefully, I get the right one here. Hang on 1 second. And oh yeah, there we go. I'm in the frame. All right, so we're gonna go. I'm gonna try this guy. So if I get it right the first time. I did. Outstanding. Oh, you're seeing the Blue Box Command Center here. If you've never seen this, this is where we do all of our streaming. So we run 4 monitors. That's one up there, and then these 3 down here, and these make all the magic happen here for Blue Box, all the minis, all the stuff. This room is really small, though. Everyone that comes here says they're shocked at how small the room is compared to what they see on stream. All right, so tonight, take a look at these. So this is the Art of Mike Disney Overgourd mini, and this is one of the most famous mini paints that he has. Let me get a better light on it. There we go. Famous minis that he has, but Mike does all kinds of cool stuff. This is one that he didn't just paint; he created this guy. So
That's sweet.
he sketched it out. I don't know if you guys know the story behind this. He sketched it out on one of his streams. He was interacting with his audience, and they suggested a pumpkin-based beholder. And Mike sketched it out, and everybody loved it. So then he went through the process. He worked with Reaper, and Reaper actually put it in Reaper Bones 5 and produced this in their Reaper Bones 5 kit. And then so Mike painted one of these, assembled it, and sent it to us here at Blue Box. And this guy is one of my prized possessions. We also have another custom mini here, which is My Monster, the Paling. This is actually a Pale Lord. Kind of hard to see here with the focal point, but this is a wicked creature. Necrotic white flesh, can transform based on the Myrdal or the Fade in Robert Jordan's The Wheel of Time, for any of you that know about that. And then I was mentioning earlier, Manda's glorious Frost Giant. Look at that guy. Mystical Unicorn painted this and sent that to me a couple of years ago, and this is a super gorgeous mini, and I've stalled long enough. He's back. Thank you to all of the fantastic creators in our community.
For those that don't know, we do update fan art on the Blue Box website, so you can see it all in one spot.
Oh, that reminds me, not to, Rory, I'll shut up, but can we sort that in like newest? So like the new art comes up first?
I was actually eventually going to resort it and have it where it's in sections for Greyhawk, for Lore Master,
okay.
So that way instead of being one long thing, people can have a slide of from the different things.
Gotcha.
It'll probably be in this week or next week.
All right. Just as a last bit, as a reminder, type in that exclamation point Hailspire for that giveaway, for that Hailspire license. So, where we left off from last time, let's go ahead and switch screens here. As each of you, that holding house or that safe house that you originally stayed in, Roger, you're going through, counting those coins, looking through your inventories. What are the rest of you doing?
I am watching him count.
I am just like disgusted watching these guts and bits and pieces fall out of this pack.
I'll just make a side comment that if you don't want any of this gold because it's all disgusting, don't worry about it.
Oh,
It's okay. We'll use the sour water.
Well, say I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna take the gold pieces, but I'm gonna remind the group, hey, I've also got some too. I'm gonna start dividing out into 4 piles as well. Everyone, say as we're taking the time to count it, everyone should get 1 platinum point for me. Everyone should get 60 gold pieces for me. Looks like 45 silver, and so it says. I gotta math that out quickly.
Are you including?
And 18.
Are you including an Axamander in this, or is this for?
No, this is from inside the mine.
Oh, I see. Okay, I didn't ask you that. I just asked you if you're including me in it.
No, this is from inside the mine when we first started all the utter chaos, and everyone else should get 18 copper pieces from me.
You said 60 gold.
Yes.
Okay.
Anything particular each of you are doing, Raja? As you're going through, you already have the counts for that, I believe.
Oh, do I? I've been waiting for you.
We can always divvy that up afterwards too.
Yeah.
Can I go through the papers
Yeah,
that I got?
yeah, absolutely. And the ones that you have are which ones?
They were in.
By the way, DM, as he's doing this, they all see an Axamander. He heaves a heavy sigh, as though wielding a great burden upon his shoulders, pulls open his sack, and pulls out a bottle of crystal clear wine. And he also pulls out some small silver metallic cups. But clearly he's begrudging this act. I'll let you guys continue, but you see him kind of doing with there's a bit of like flair, like he's making sure that the sacrifice that he's committing here is well known.
Say I'm parched enough, Nax, to say I'm guessing that you want some payment for some drinks. I'll pay you 2 silver for a good drink.
You see, like he stops and like his jaw drops. He looks absolutely aghast. You think, sir, what cause have I given to receive such insult? That I am somehow merchandising, seeking mercantile recompense for this, and on top of such insult to add the injury of 2 silver, as though that would in any fashion cover the cost of this vintage.
Okay. 2 gold. I am thirsty.
Don't mind him. He's dense.
This is the book reader. Nah.
You proved my point again.
Thank you for going with that.
Hold on. I'm gonna pull out 5 gold pieces and hand it over and go, would this cover?
you like he turns purple with every.
You're not getting it.
You are daft. Well, you are born within the confines of a small and overly crowded barn. Have you no sense of decorum, of gentlemanly nature? This, my friends, is shared among those who have taken place combat and enjoyed the fruits of their labor. We are to share these spoils together in celebration of our victory.
I would love to toast your good health.
I was actually born on a different plane.
I just wanted to make sure that if you had bought that you had enough where you could buy the next one for the next round of combat.
It would seem to me only your flaming friend has a valid excuse for such boorish behavior. Although, is your kind truly born?
I can't answer that, actually.
The prospects sound quite painful for the mother.
I was alive one day.
That makes more sense. Well then, and you see he brushes away your coins. He pours out for each of you. He pointedly ignores Father Samuel, gives him an arched look, and then he hands a small glass or a small cup of silver wine, which he tells you is Celine Ruby, and says, "To my comrades, brave and true, we've battled a monster fierce and grim, with hearts as bold as morning dew, and always we emerge victorious and grim. So let us raise our glasses high and toast to a new friendship, that it may not die. May our blades stay sharp and our courage true. Here's to perhaps more adventures with each of you."
Well said.
I couldn't have said it better myself, my new friend. Cheers.
No, you could not have. Cheers.
I'll just slowly sip mine.
Zep, as you very much compose, in a composed way, sip at your drink, that'd probably be better just chugged. As you sip away at it, you said you look at these letters?
Yeah, so what I wrote down that I got
Yep.
was I got pieces of paper. One had writing that I could recognize. There was one scroll and a vial with black essence in it, but I think that's what Ryu gave me, if I'm not mistaken. Like he had got it from something else.
Okay.
I didn't write down where I got the vial from. I don't know if that was in the drawer or not. Because we only got one drawer out of that desk open.
I
Right.
think it was in the drawer.
It was in the drawer? Okay.
Yeah, because I used my vial, and there was 2 of them.
Well, I know. You let the Banshee
Yeah.
out with that vial.
Yes.
Yep, so whoever has it, there is someone who has a vial that looks similar to the other one, the black substance with sparking blue lights inside of it. Zep, I think you have that one.
Yeah, that would be the one I got as well.
Okay, so you have that. You do have a scroll. It looks to be some kind of arcane scroll, unless you further investigate it. And then you have a letter that you found in the drawer, correct?
Yeah.
You also have the wet letter, don't you? A Rihu, you
I don't have a wet letter, no.
I thought one of you had a letter that got wet. Okay, so Zep, one of the letters that you have, you do recognize it's writing. But what languages do you speak?
Common, Gnome, and Sylvan.
Language doesn't make any sense to you.
Okay.
Gently sipping on his wine, Anaximander will try to kind of get a peek at what's on the page.
I'll turn it, show him.
So I speak Common, Elvish, and Orcish.
Okay, go ahead and roll a percentile die, John.
Okay. Ooh, I don't know if I want high or low, but I rolled high. That's an 85.
Okay. So you're able to take it, you look at it, give it a little bit of stunning. It doesn't... You speak... you can read the correct language.
Which is?
Orcish.
Okay.
But it doesn't make sense. It's not even just a different dialect. Something about the writing has been altered, so it's not common Orcish, you could say. But with what you are able to read, which is actually a significant amount of it. In this first one, or in this one, you read okay. So upon the 4th harvesting, and I can send this to you guys also, but upon the 4th harvesting, a Satari's natural instincts something to reduce during this process the stronger creature something. On the other, immediately following, lying the eggs, spraying a blue something. This must be the spreading of the harvest to cause the eggs something.
All right, so I'm going to relay this to the rest of the party as best I can. It's difficult to determine. The wording is odd. It seems rooted in Orcish, but either a dialect I have never read or perhaps a cipher that... well, that would mean nothing to you, I'm sure. It's somewhat befuddling. It does seem to be referencing those creatures that you were erstwhile making out with. The necking and all that. I don't know why the orcs would have anything to do with this. Did you find something of that type in the mine?
So,
Controlling.
I wonder if the guy that we dumped in the cauldron might have been an orc at one point. He was all withered. So we're not really sure what he used to be. He just looked humanoid. And they picked him up and slammed him into a cauldron without even trying to talk to him.
I'm sorry.
He was trying to attack us.
What did you just say? Would you repeat that?
They picked him up and slammed him into his cauldron without asking him any questions.
He was attacking us.
He didn't attack yet.
He was already attacking us.
Dump into cauldron, ask questions later.
Let the gods sort it out.
I mean,
I'm sure he was a bad guy, but,
I don't think he was
he can
talking.
try.
I don't think he was talking.
No. So we got the weird guy that could have been an orc. The orcish handwriting. So I wonder about all these vials that I found.
And what vials did you find, Vantalord?
So we had going through. We had the 3 red potions.
Mm-hmm.
I had the 2 dark black vials. A vial of blood, pieces of flesh, and a pouch of dust.
Mm-hmm.
Along with 3 test tubes with corks that had a sludge, and 2 of them were empty.
Okay. You can roll a knowledge check on them to see if you know what they are.
While he's doing that, I'll look over at Raja and I'll say, there's a bit in here about blue light. Does this mean anything to you, man of fire?
The blue light. There was a blue light when we first went in there. I assumed it was from the ghost woman.
When you say there was a blue light, what, you mean affixed to a wall, floating in midair, emanating from the rear quarters of some strange animal? What manner of light was it?
I don't know. It was not fire.
I would think you would know.
And it was just... Once I got to the room, I stopped paying attention to the light itself and more to the decrepit.
Or that
Man.
light was coming from the cauldron, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It was the fire underneath the cauldron. Plus the sparks
Because it was
coming
also
out.
the sparks
was
were coming
like-
out
it
of the
was-
top and they were blue.
It shot out like lightning.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I rolled a 3, by the way, Rory.
Okay. As you're discussing this, Vantalord, you realize these... They're just not making sense. You haven't really seen them or encountered them before. Just not too sure what they are. You see a total of 8 vials. Yep.
Yep, something like that.
Yep.
Looks right. Just kind of... It's just weird. Guess
Seth, you were the other one with the vial, right?
Yeah, but it looks like the one that you broke. So
So
we're just
I'm-
gonna leave that be.
I'm gonna look at you and just go, careful with that one.
Oh, don't worry. I plan on
what?
giving this to Father Samuel.
Just tell them it's a special gift that you have to break on once gifted after we leave.
And you say I'm evil.
Yeah, aren't
Something
you
wrong with
supposed to be a little more virtuous there, Vantalord?
He's not. He's supposed to be, but
At
he's
this
not.
point, I'm just angry. I'm just angry in life.
Rory,
Yeah.
what was my scroll? You didn't tell me.
Did you are you looking at it, opening it up, trying to figure out what it is?
I can't cast anything right now, but
Yeah, so if you're
Like,
trying
can-
to
can-
look at it and try to figure out what
Yeah.
the scroll is, go ahead and roll a knowledge arcana.
so 16.
Okay. So when you open it, you start to look at it, and it takes a moment, but then the verbiage and the phraseology starts to make sense as you realize that this is a scroll of cause fear.
It's a spell scroll. Okay. That's all I need to know.
Interesting.
As he's reading all that, I know my character is just welled up in anger just because I wasn't able to help the group much. Was missing all the shots. I'm gonna start praying to my deity to help calm me down and bring me back to my virtuous roots instead of my angry roots.
You're not. You mean your non-evil self?
Yes. I really don't feel.
Is it? Are we still like midday time of day?
Yeah, it's been a short period of time has passed. An hour or so has passed. It's still midday.
I would like to propose that we move on from this forsaken place.
Ryu, I agree with that. I think we should continue on. We have the knowledge that we need, at least for back for Ogberg, if we ever decide to go back. Father Samuel knows that this place is beyond redemption. We just need to seal it with rock.
I just fear that if we go back into those mines, we will never come out again.
I don't want to go back in, but shouldn't we help them seal it up if we can?
How?
Make sure it gets sealed?
How? What?
Surely
Something
there
that's
was-
better than those broken gates.
Father Samuel chimes in. Was there nothing else you found? No other remnants? No other... I mean, I understand that, and I've been advocating for sealing it, but when you came here and talked about reviving this place is a shadow. It is no longer what it was. Is there nothing else, no other indications or clues or stuff that you found?
You can have this. And I'll hand him one of the creatures.
Which one do you have?
Uzi.
The one that's more messed up.
Yeah, hand him the Uzi one.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
The newborn? Or the big one?
as you hand him the one that's been spliced open, there is from within, and as this ooze starts to still drain out of it, most of it in your pack, but as you hand it to him, the body splits open slightly more.
Oh,
And a big sludge drops out onto the ground. Drops onto the ground. It looks
no.
like it's not spreading, though. It's staying in a pile.
I'm gonna check it out.
Okay. With
So,
your hand? Or your rapier? Or your foot? How do you check it out?
I
There's
check
my
it out.
rapier.
Naxamander checks it out by taking a judicious step back once more and pouring another small cup of Celine Ruby, clearing his throat and getting nowhere closer to this thing.
As with your fine nose, the
Smart.
wrench of this Nax just violates your nose.
I once knew a carny whose flatulence was very similar.
Maybe they should make a wand of it.
You and your magic items, Tom.
How would you like to check it out, Raja?
Use my rapier at first, and if it looks like nothing's happening to the rapier, then I'll touch it.
Okay. As you start to poke at this pile of ooze on the ground, it looks like there's some kind of sack.
I will look for an opening with my hands.
Okay. So you reach down, Nax, you see him. I mean, all of you see him, but Nax, you see him just reach into this ooze. And as you start to fiddle around with your hands, Raja, you actually see that there is an opening to it. It's an actual sack. And that there's an opening to it.
I'll dump out the contents.
You start to shake this sack, and it feels very fleshy.
Makes sense.
I don't like where this is going.
And as you start to dump it, these little tiny square cubes, 4 of them, drop out. They look like 4 cages, 4 silver cages. Just little barred cubes.
I'll take them.
As he takes them, I'm looking at him and saying, "You're a rather odd individual," and that's coming from a guy that lit an entire room on fire in a mine.
Why did you feel the compulsion to carry these here and then split them open in front of us?
Well, I want to take their outer shell off of them
Why?
because it's strong.
So as he's doing all that, I'm looking at Father Samuel and say, the reason why we should probably seal this cave off is obviously we had a full-grown one of these monsters attached to me that you saw when I came out.
Yes.
You saw a small one come out.
Yes.
There's also a room full of eggs of these.
Oh.
Not to mention the banshee and the skeletons.
Yes,
And all
there's
the eggs hatched.
Well,
There's a-
shouldn't we then rid the place of the vile darkness?
Oh,
How?
you go ahead.
there
How
are
Go in there and cleanse
dozens of these eggs. Dozens.
You need an army.
I will tell you this: I am still weak from these little things hanging on to me.
Perhaps there's a weakness. Nax, or what was that?
Father Samuel, you might find more adventurers willing to aid you in your cause had you anything to drink in this godforsaken town. Now, as it is...
You want to stick around and open up a place?
Best joke we've heard all day. Father Samuel. Thank you for the humor.
Let it never be said the clergy lacks wit. I think
he was serious.
which is why precisely it was so funny. It seems I do think a bit of that creature has. I feel its taint upon my skin. I'm going to head up and get myself a bath. I do assume you have some manner of hot water in this godforsaken place.
Yes, and he'll point you over to the tavern. Yes, right over there. And he'll point to the tavern. Go speak to them. Let them know that I've sent you. No worries, no hassle. They'll take care of you.
You know what, Nax? I think you got the right idea. My muscles are sore, and I think maybe a good bath will loosen everything up.
Well then, gents, perhaps I will be here to aid you, unless I find something more interesting to do. In the meantime, I have something, noble lord, dwarf, that may aid you, and he pulls a small decanter of red liquid that looks like brandy, and he tosses it to you. Here, let it never be said that I gave nothing. Gents, I shall take my leave and soak these aching joints.
You would do.
All right, guys.
That's
I do have to go tonight. I want to say it's been great fun. By the way, you've been like the third or fourth most watched D&D stream on all of Twitch tonight, and two of the ones that are ahead of you aren't even English-speaking channels. So having fun with you guys. Great job tonight. The Tailspire giveaway, I know there have been people talking about it. It's actually really quite easy to run if you have the resolution set in your machine. Rory actually runs everything on an abacus in his home. He doesn't even have a computer, and it still operates Tailspire quite well. So you can do it too. I want to say thank you to all these great players. Rory, fantastic job, and I'll be lurking as much as I can tonight. I want to say thank you to all the fans that are in the chat tonight. You guys were awesome. I still have that +5 I got from Renreb earlier. Tracy, I'm saving that for the next time that one of these guys lets that creature jump at me. I'm going to stab them with that +5. All right, guys, I got to go. Good night, everybody. Bye.
I'll take your
Thank you for
XP. Don't
joining
worry
us.
about it. No.
But
I'll be lurking.
good day.
I'll be lurking. All right, bye.
See you, John.
Thanks.
Sound-
Bam.
Oh, that's
I hope we
hilarious.
run into him again.
So with that,
I like his flashy clothing.
Quite the individual.
he heads off to the tavern as the four of you here remain. And yeah, the conversation continues.
Small red liquid decanter. Anyone have any idea what this is?
I think you know what it is.
Looks like alcohol to me.
Ah.
I say you just drink it.
I'm
You
gonna
know what?
open it.
I'm gonna open it.
What are you trying to steal it from him, Raja?
No, I was gonna say I'm gonna open up the other creature.
It's mine.
Oh.
Don't. I take the red decanter. I give a good sniff to it.
Are there windows
like
here
brandy?
in this house?
Within the house, yes, you're currently, unless you want to be in it, there are window-ish. There's breaks in the wall. From the time that you've been inside of it, you know that it was previously actually a barn house, a stall.
Oh.
And it was quickly fashioned when you guys arrived to have a couple of bed mats and some actual put together beds. But you still see a lot of the lumber and the crates and stuff in there from when it was still a stall.
I drink the red liquid.
And and it is some good brandy.
Oh, that man knows how to please a dwarf.
Did you drink it all? You upended it, so.
Yes, I did. I drank all of it.
Oh, good.
He
Now
knows
you're
how to
drunk.
please the dwarf.
And with your hardiness of a dwarf, I mean, it's not uncommon. And you're not necessarily feeling tipsy or anything, just kind of a little sad that it's already gone.
Oh,
He still made the dwarf happy by giving
At
me
least-
liquor.
At least he knew how to share.
I gave you a quarter of all my gold that I got from in that mine. I could have kept it myself, but you guys did a fantastic. You guys kept me alive, unconscious but alive. So
I was gonna drink the rest of the wine that I still had left over from him and open up my
Raja,
book.
Raja, you said that you open up the other one.
Yeah, I want to see if there's a sack in the other one too.
You
I'm
start
feeling
to
adventurous.
you start to open it up and split it and trying to work it. Obviously not doing anything to cause injury to yourself, but you know, after a little bit of working it, you open it, and the black ichor just pours out of it again. The stench, although kind of getting used to it, it's still
That is
hideous.
vile.
It is vile, but not in a vial. And as it pours out, you see this clump come out of it. And as you work with that clump and you grab it, you find that same thick, fleshy feeling sack. You shake it, and again, 4 of these silver cages come out of it.
Is there anything inside of the cages?
No, they're like an inch by an inch. They're small, but
Are they
nothing.
the same? Are they the same size as the 5 that I got from that inside that treasure chest?
Are you
Because I
comparing them?
had, because I found 5 tiny silver cages.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you grab one out, Vantalord, and you look. It's identical.
We're just
I'm
gonna
gonna-
sell all
grab
these
one to
fake
examine.
cages.
Rihu,
wanna-
you check it out too, Rihu, and you see the
Yeah.
same thing. They're identical.
Is
So-
there a river nearby? I'm gonna ask Father Samuel if there's like a water source nearby.
Oh, it's a little ways away, but yes, there is one.
There's
I would like to wash out the insides of these and make them like just the outer shell.
You might also want to wash off your sack and everything else that you own as well. If not for your own or for their benefit, it might attract or deter other creatures as you walk around.
as
Yes.
he's looking at this, I've got the 2 vials of this like dark black substance.
Mhm.
I'm gonna pop one open.
Okay.
Does it stink like everything else?
It doesn't have the hideousness of the others. Go ahead and roll a knowledge, and you can do this with advantage specifically because you're a dwarf. A knowledge, nature is probably the closest one you're gonna get.
Let's take a look.
Actually, roll a knowledge history.
A knowledge history. 12.
12. There is something about it that is clicking, and it's close. It's close. There's a particular ting to the smell. You're not able to quite place it, but it has the same familiar smell of other poisons. Dwarves being typically more resistant to poisons, you've been exposed to them in some fashions that other people haven't. But you can't place it.
Well, I'm gonna recork it, and I'm gonna actually uncork the red ones and kind of give a similar smell to,
It
just
does-
because.
Yep, it doesn't have that tanginess to it. The twang. It doesn't have the same smell as the whatever that poison is. But you're not able to place this one.
Oh, I'm gonna recork it for now, unless anyone else wants to smell.
Oh, that is fine. But I do, however, have 3 bolts that I would like to give to you. So I have no use for them.
3 bolts. Hey, I always like more ammo. Do.
And then I would like to go wash up.
Okay. So Raja, you gather your things and head over, and it's a little way. It's not drastically far away, but it's a little ways away. So you head over to kind of wash up and clean your stuff.
Yeah.
And clean the shells and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Just if I forget, remind me that you did that. Remind me that you cleaned those shells. Actually, I need you to roll another fortitude save.
Him or all of us?
Just him.
Oh, I keep rolling so low. 5.
Okay. Perfect. So you head over to the river. Again, it's not all that far away, a couple 100 yards, and you begin to wash up. What are the other 3 of you doing?
Well, I'm weakened with my strength, and I can tell like I've spent everything that I've got left. So I'm like, guys, I gotta lay down. I did my best to help you. I am sorry, but I am just drained. So I'm probably gonna end up passing out in the next minute or two, just from exhaustion.
And Father Samuel, noticing your continued weakened state, he'll walk over to you. And I don't know if I have the right preparations or blessings from Paylor today, but I might be able to offer you still something. And he starts to, if it is okay, I've noticed that, and I will not make this a big deal, but be careful throughout the Pale Theocracy. Not that they are necessarily opposed to other deities, but it is strongly believed that Pale is the one, the first among equals. So just mindful there. But if it is okay with you, I will pray another, perhaps blessing from Paylor over you.
I take anything that they can give me, Father Samuel, and I appreciate it.
Yes, I will do so. And he kneels down as you, he'll help you. Are you actually going to sleep? Are you trying to rest?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm gonna rest.
So he'll help you in your weakened state. Again, not necessarily that you're excessively weak, but for you, this is unnaturally weak.
Yes.
You're used to flicking your fingers and a latch being undone, and now you're actually having to push it with your thumb and figure this stuff out. And so he'll help you remove your armor, and he'll try to, as much as possible, these makeshift beds, get it ready and help you in. He'll kneel down next to you, Vantalord, and he'll begin to utter, as you see him pull out some different components, and he'll start to pray this blessing over you. And roll a d4 minus 2.
A 2. So 4 minus 2.
Okay. As he's doing this, you start to feel this warmth and this light emanate. You see this slight glow on your skin. Not like your skin is glowing, but that it has this life, this rejuvenation to it. As he's casting this over you, you can start to feel the strength come back into your muscles. And as he's finishing up, you, although not fully what you were, your strength has returned to some extent. You can add 4 back to your strength. Or that is your full strength, isn't it?
No, I just meta knowledge. I lost 12 strength.
Okay. So you 4 of that has returned. I don't know if that will be enough, but perhaps that will help you recover.
Well, hopefully with a good night's sleep, I'll be able to feel better tomorrow.
Yes, and I cannot do that again. I am sorry if anyone else needs that, but perhaps tomorrow I can aid again. Is anyone else feeling, was anyone else hurt?
I would just say
Yeah, mostly him.
Or is that Rihu?
You have been more than kind enough.
Oh,
Yes, I know I appreciate it. I can't talk about everyone else, but I know I've greatly appreciated Father Samuels.
yes, for sure. Well, if I am not needed, I will also head over to the inn and make sure that Max is being taken care of. If anyone needs to find me, I will be there or at the, what's left of the temple. But until then, I look forward to seeing you tomorrow, or if you need me today. And he heads off. Raja and Zep and Rihu, as Vantalord lays down for the day and likely the night. What are the three of you doing?
Is Raja back?
Oh, that's
From
right.
washing?
Raja went to wash. Okay. Zep and Rihu, what are the two of you doing?
I was sitting and reading,
Okay.
but I was listening.
Nope.
Well, most of the time I'm listening. The book's just open. You know, just turn to Rihu and I'll just be like, I don't feel comfortable just leaving this place the way it is.
Comfortable going back down there.
I don't know that we necessarily have to go back in, but if we can make sure it's sealed off, I don't know what more we could do down there. There's just too much unknown now.
I will, as long as we don't have to go back in there, I will support you in any efforts.
I mean, we may have to go back. Maybe the banshee that you released will be gone. I mean, maybe it was just a short-lived thing. I don't know.
Oh, always the banshee. Always bringing it
But,
back to
you know,
the
we
banshee
bring-
I released.
But if we bring torches in, let Vantalord do his thing, like he can burn all those eggs, right? I mean, I think it was only the one spider that was out, but by now they might have hatched because the one hatched out of Raja's. I don't know.
He will be a bitter little pyromaniac. He will be a bitter.
Yeah.
I don't know if I have an answer in this moment.
Yeah, he really likes fire. You see,
Yes, he does.
as I say that, I trail off and just stare off.
What? Raja, as you're out at... Man, I'm not sure what you meant by AFK.
She's not at her keyboard right now.
Away from keyboard.
Away from keyboard. She's gone. She's stepping away for a moment.
Thank you guys. I did not know that acronym.
Oh, you
Okay.
are not enough of a gamer.
Cool.
What does IDK stand for? I don't know. Dang it, no one does.
Okay, so soon we'll go ahead and move into that giveaway. Again, if you haven't typed it in already, type in !Tailspire for a chance to win that Tailspire license. And again, we'll be doing that with a roll-off amongst the four of them, just like we do on Tuesdays and the other Sunday campaign. So make sure you go ahead, !Tailspire. Raja, as you're over at that river and you're washing up, things are going well. You've been noticing since you left the mine, not like you're hot in the sense that you would recognize, but it's like your body is starting to feel ill. You finish washing up and you splash some water on your face and kind of try to shake it off. As you walk back towards the holding house with everyone else, your stomach is it's queasy and it's turning. You're not sure what it is. You reach up and you get a little bit of sweat. But not from the sun. It's like you're starting to feel queasy and ill. And you make it back to the safe house, and you see Vantalord is laid down. Zep is kind of just thinking, zoned out, reading, kind of all of the above. And you see Rihu. Are you still outside, or it's only been 30 minutes or so? Not a drastically long time. You're muted.
Me?
Well, it looked like you were.
Oh, are you talking about Raja?
Raja's returned.
Okay.
What is Rihu doing as Raja returns?
I'm just, we were in the building, correct?
If you want to be.
Yep, that's right. That's where I'd like to be. I'm just kind of reflecting on the day and
Okay.
centering myself.
And Zep, you're just relaxing.
This time I'm actually actively reading.
Okay. So you're reading. Raja, you return. You see that everyone's inside, sleeping, relaxing, reading. But you feel this uneasiness, this queasiness within you. What do you do?
Is there a chair?
I mean, there's not a chair. There is like this, not casket, but this box, this crate over in the corner that's low enough to sit comfortably like a chair.
Or is there a bed?
There is. There's the one that Zep is sitting on reading, kind of bed-ish thing. The one that Vantalord is passed out on. And then there's these two bedrolls.
I'll just lay on one of the bedrolls and I will just set my stuff down on the crate. I'll lay down on the bedroll and just close my eyes.
Alright. Everyone, you see Raja walk in. It smells better. You know, it's not as bad.
I just want to say, I want to make myself look perfectly fine and show nothing's wrong.
Yep.
Just not say a word.
He comes in, he sets his stuff down. He's just kind of to himself, kind of reserved in the moment, like each of you are, and he lays down and just closes his eyes. Any last things any of you want to do or say before we wrap up?
Oh, I'm after the danger of having that thing on my back and seeing what it did to Vantalord, I'm gonna have a tough time sleeping tonight. But yes, I am content.
Okay. All right. Well, with that, we'll go ahead and end tonight's session. Again, real quick, I'll just say it again. Exclamation point, Tailspire. Before we go ahead and launch that. Amanda, if you're back. Oh, yeah, Amanda, if you're back, that would, if you'd let us know. We'll go ahead and we have both the giveaway as well as Stream MVP. So just a reminder for anyone who might be new, Stream MVP, you have a chance to impact these players, being able to vote for who you felt had the best RP or had the best fight or had the whatever it is. Stream MVP, it helps them and actually gives them 500 points of XP towards leveling up as well. So we'll go ahead and start with that. I might be able to figure out how to do that. I'm so used to it. Amanda, I miss you. Actually, I'll do that. So, Rihu, if you would go ahead and just tell everyone why you should be Stream MVP.
I think I should be Stream MVP because really, I feel like I was the only one who kept his eyes on the poor orphan child tonight, which was really the main reason why we went into the tunnel so briskly, or at first, and the child survived. So that's something.
Okay, Raja, why should you be Stream MVP?
I think Raja should be Stream MVP because when he saw the opportunities, he took them and he went in, executed, got the mission done, and is now reaping the effects of his choices. But he did collect lots of money that he has split up between the party.
Mm-hmm.
that could be very helpful in the future.
Yeah. And you found some stuff inside the things.
Yes.
Vantalord, why should you be stream MVP?
I'm actually going to concede to Zep on this one, just because he did the most damage to that monster once I got it off my neck.
Oh, come on now.
Nope.
Okay. Zep, why should you be stream MVP?
Tom said it. Vantalord said it. I kept trying to kill the thing. I pinned it to the ground first before I got scared. And I don't know. I tried to focus on helping others before myself.
Perfect. Well, the poll is up. You heard it from them, everyone. So vote for who you think should be stream MVP. It'll be in the... Yes, it is up now, right?
Looks good.
Okay, sweet. It is up, so vote for stream MVP. Again, it impacts them. And Amanda, I see you currently rolling for them. It looks like you have rolled 4 already. First one who will be in the roll-off for the Tailspire license is Smit Stanvich. I just want you guys to know right now, as you continue to watch this stream, I am really bad with real names. So, I'm sorry if I mess up your name. Smit Standvich.
Schmidt Sandvich.
Yes. Rihu, that will be you.
Gotcha.
John Rovin, Raja. Roger, Vantalord. And Mipantukuku will be Zep.
All right. Are we ready?
So the
Will this
four
be
of
with
you,
advantage?
And just
Are they
in,
else?
1 second, I'll have to ask. Just in, Zep, you got stream MVP.
Well, that was fast.
Yeah.
Awesome, Zep. Way to go.
I guess it must be longer than a minute because that's how long I put it for.
Oh,
So I will put it longer next time. But yes, you
thank
got
you
stream
everyone
MVP.
for voting for me. I think any one of us could have got it this week. It was pretty even keeled.
And then, yes. So Amanda, are they subs? Roger, yes. Okay, so who had Roger? Roger was
That'd be me.
Vantalord.
Vantalord. So advantage for Roger, and then a single die for the other ones. Just so anyone knows, the advantage is if the person's a sub. Otherwise, it's a single die, and anyone, as you can see, is able to join that roll off or that giveaway. And oh yes, thank you, Amanda. Thank you. You have to be present in order to be in this. So if you would confirm that you are here. Again, that's Smith, Stanvich, John Rovin, Roger, and Miputuku. Sorry, I don't know how to say that one. I'm so sorry. But yes, if you would make sure that you're still here.
Schmidt Sandvich. That's fantastic.
Just a couple more seconds, then we'll roll some new names. Is that the right one? Are you here?
Well, the one that I'm rolling for looks like it's here.
Which one is it?
Me Pantuku.
Is here? Okay,
Yep,
don't
they
worry,
responded
it's
in
not
there,
an
so.
English friendly. Thank you. I appreciate that. Okay, yep. So Zep, yours is here. So it looks like the other three have not responded yet. Then Amanda rolled another one, which is Jenglind. Jenglind. Just throw in the chat that you're still here. Also, Kuvent and Renrab. Jenglind, I see you. Rihu, that's you. Kuvent and Renrab, are you still here?
Oh.
And they're all subs. And be sure you hang on just a few more minutes while we work through this, while we raid Jay's channel. Oh, that's Kurt. Okay. And Renreb, are you here? And Tracy is. Perfect. So everyone is here, and everyone is subs. So Rihu, if you
Mine's
wanna,
not.
Yours is not. Okay.
No. That's the only one that carried over from the first drawing.
Okay. So if Rihu, you want to roll first?
Yep. Ooh.
Oh, she says all our subs, everyone.
Yep, all are subs.
Oh,
I thought so.
okay. I thought the
17.
first time mine wasn't.
17.
Came out strong for you.
And you had
Jinglin.
Jinglin.
Yep.
Okay. 17 for Jinglin. Raja, go ahead and roll.
9.
9. Okay. Vantalord. Can you beat a 17?
I got a 19.
You beat a 17. And that was for Kuvent.
Yep.
And
Oh, and Roger just said he was here. Too little, too late, my friend.
or did you have? No, you had Renrab.
Originally, I had Roger, and then I got the
Yep.
Renrab.
I rolled 220s.
220s.
Oh,
Yeah, no joke. Like,
what were the odds of that? 1 in 400, I want to say.
no joke.
Something like that.
All right.
And Zep, you had.
Me. Dude, I
Yeah.
can't.
Yeah, the
Me to-
one that's
me-
not English friendly name.
Yeah, me puntuku. Me
Yes.
puntuku.
So we will get that over to you. It'd be really interesting if you still if you would throw in where that is from. Fascinating to know that. But we will get that code over to you for that Tailspire license. It's a lot of it's a lot of fun. It's a great platform to use.
I sent the picture in our group. Like, that's just ridiculous.
So perfect. Well, we're going to go ahead and raid. I believe Jay is still on. That's Sundays. Oh, I'm so used to raiding Jay on Sundays. Let me see here. Let's see who we
I
have.
thought someone said Trollord Games.
Is he on? Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Let's go ahead and raid them then.
Do
So
it up!
thank you everyone for hanging out with us. It was a blast. Lots of exciting things to come with the next session. And remember, on the 29th, we will have Mike Disney here as a guest the whole session. So until then, see you later and have a wonderful week.
Bye, everyone.
Later.
I guess I called that out a little early. It's still building up the raid. And raid now.
Womp, womp, womp.
And did that go over? Yes.